A very warm welcome to all. IIP Digital Media team, Rutra Mohan, welcome you to this online session on yoga for mental health. The speaker for today is Mrs. Bansi Bhatt. This webinar is being streamed live on IIP Women's Cell Facebook page. I request all to like and follow this page to get regular updates during our upcoming events and live streams. Webinar is being organized by IIP Women's Cell Satara district team of Maharashtra state. The moderators for today are Dr. Trupti Yadav, district coordinator, Dr. Kushbu Chutai and Dr. Pallavi Kulkarni, who are district sub-coordinators. So now I request the moderators to please take over.
Thank you, ma'am. Today, on behalf of IIP Women's Cell Maharashtra, I welcome and IIP Women's Cell Satara, I welcome you all for this webinar series. Before we begin, let me start with the introduction of IIP Women's Cell. IIP Women's Cell was started on 30th of May 2018 and it functions under the guidance of National Head Dr. Ruchi Varshini and IIP President Executive Dr. Sanjeev Jha. IIP Women's Cell works towards conducting public awareness camps, CME workshops. It aims at bringing together all the physiotherapy professionals for sharing knowledge and improving public awareness among physiotherapists. We have 5 zones in India with heads of each. Dr. Pooja Kamble is the West Zone head. The state team of IIPWC Maharashtra includes State Coordinator Dr. Suvarna Ganvir, Joint Coordinator Dr. Snehal Patel, and Sub-Coordinators Dr. Uttara Mohan, Dr. Priya Karande, and Dr. Nirali Sangvi. IIP Women's Cell has conducted more than 40 low-cost activities in various districts. It has incorporated first IIP conference which was held at Indore in April 2019 and Maharashtra State received the award for Best State IIPWC. So for the today's theme of International Yoga Day 2021, it is actually observed on 21st of June across the globe. But as we are celebrating as a week for as activity of IIP Women's Cell Satara, we are conducting an activity today. The theme for this year's yoga is Yoga for Well-being for All. Yoga has assumed a significance during the COVID-19 pandemic and has emerged as a global trend. Yoga, it is a dance of every cell with music of every breath that creates inner serenity and harmony. International Yoga Day 2021 is observed on 21st of June, which highlights the importance of yoga and pivotal role in plays in regenerating our minds and body. Yoga not only provides physical and mental relaxation, but also develops strength and resilience. The numerous benefits of yoga make it popular practice for people across the globe, especially in times of pandemic when mental and physical health is under stress. So keeping this in mind that there is a mental stress, the theme for today's yoga session is yoga for mental health. So I welcome you all for this webinar. I hand it over to Dr. Khushbu for the introduction of the speaker.
Good morning, one and all. Thank you for this honor, Dr. Trupti. I would like to introduce our speaker for today, Mrs. Bansi Bhatt. I have been knowing her since my childhood, so it's my pleasure to have you here on this occasion when we are celebrating Yoga Day. So Bansi has an education done from MB Dulesha School in Rajkot and her graduation done from MJ Kundalia BBA College. She has a certificate course along with yoga and food and nutrition from IGNU. She is also a yoga instructor course and specialized in Kaivalyadam from Lonavala. She's also specialized in a yoga course in Hatha and Vinayasa Yoga, and she's internationally certified in Kaivalyadam from Lonavala. And this is an affiliation with the Yoga Alliance of Rishikesh. She's been taking yoga classes since quite a time, and she's been conducting online owing to the current pandemic times. She's also have an internship done in the same, and she's also shadowed Mr. O.P. Tiwari for quite some time in pranayam workshop, which was conducted at quite many places. She has done Surya Kriya course from Isha Yoga Center in Ahmedabad, and her main objective in life is to attain many more degrees in the field of yoga in different subjects such as yoga therapy, Ashtan yoga, etc. And also to spread more and more awareness of yoga to the world and make it a better place to live in. So it is indeed a pleasure to have Mrs. Bansi Bhatt here with us. Without wasting much of the time, I'll hand over the session to Mrs. Bansi. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all of you, for a lovely introduction. Okay, let's begin our session with a prayer and chanting of Om 3 times. For that, you are to sit in a cross-legged posture, whichever way comfortable. Your hands should be into the Gyan Mudra, like this, and on your knees. Keep your back straight. Close your eyes gently and repeat after me. Asito ma sadgamaya Tamso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritam gamaya Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We'll be chanting Om for 3 times. Take a deep breath. Rub your palms, create a friction, gently touch your face and open your eyes. Good morning, all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It's a wonderful pleasure being with you all. Okay, starting with yoga for mental health. Now, what is yoga basically? Yoga means a union with yourself with the divine power, or you can say yourself with the consciousness, your inner self. All right. So it means yoga, and that means yuj. Yoga has come out of the Sanskrit word yuj, which means union. You can also have the union of sun and moon, that is Hatha Yoga, which is explained beautifully in the old traditional textbooks of yoga. But over here, yoga means union, means you connect with your own self. Now, how can yoga help in mental health or improving your mental health? So first, let us understand what is mental health. Mental health means remaining healthy by and from your mind. Now, why is this very much important as the physical health? We always come across the words like frustration, stress, anxiety, depression, all this. Why? Why do they come? Because we don't have enough control over our mind. And so we feel the sadness, the frustration, the stress, the anxiety, and all sorts of um, grief in the body, which really has reflected from the mind itself. Okay, so we will see what WHO, that is the World Health Organization, has to say about mental health. It says mental health is a state of well being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities and can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively, and is able to make contribution to the society. Now, if you're not healthy enough mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, how will you contribute to the world? You will not be able to, right? So, as physical health, as we take care of our bodies, of our structure, we have to take care about the mind also. Okay. So, total health includes the well being or the balance of these four health aspects, that is, the physical health, the mental health, the emotional health, and the spiritual health. Okay. If there is no balance in these four health aspects, we are not in a state of total health. Health does not only mean a disease free body, it also includes physical health. Apart from that, mental health, how mentally strong you are, especially mental health. If I talk about in this pandemic, we can say the mental health issues are rising like anything because of gradual flow of income, okay, less rotation of the money in the market, losing many of our near and dear ones in this pandemic, and a constant threat to our own lives. So it is very much important that we stay mentally healthy. And in absence of mental health, will be leading to stress, anxiety, frustration, and depression also, as I said earlier. So, what should you do actually to attain a perfect mental health? Let's see some of the aspects which we call in yoga terms as Chit Prasadan. Okay. So, what is basically Chit Prasadan? Chit means consciousness, okay, your own consciousness. We have name the terminologies like conscious mind and subconscious mind. Okay, so these conscious mind and subconscious mind are a very little part of the whole consciousness. How? I will explain you further, because chit is a word where we are able to focus, and we are able to make be aware of our own self, our own inner self. So consciousness, you have to, prasadan means a blessing, the what we get in return when we go to the temple or when we worship god, or what we get in return, we call it prasad. So what does that prasad do? It makes us blissful. It is a kind of blessing that we get from the divine power. Okay, so how will we gift this uh, the prasad to our chit, or how will we make the chit prasan, that is full of joy? There are some tools which I'd like to share with you all, that the tools, छोटे छोटे जो aspects होते हैं हम concentrate करते हैं from moving towards positivity from negativity. Okay, so in yoga we call this as chit prasadan. What are the tools of chit prasadan? Let's understand. um, if you are upset about something, or if you are negative about something, what will you do? You can just simply do what you truly like, and which gives you immense happiness from within. Okay, so what your favorite things, or what your favorite movies. Okay, go on a simple walk, which will energize you, which will freshen up you for a while. um, Recall all about your dream, or which is, or an incident which makes you immense happy. Recall that portion of the thing in your mind, and you'll start feeling happy from within. Okay, then talk to your close ones, your relatives, maybe your friends, to just divert yourself from that particular situation. Then go for a drive. It is as simple as that. Okay, meditate and visualize your dream, that what you want to achieve in your life, which makes you immensely happy. if you like spending with the time with little kids, or that can make your body or your mind happy, do that. Okay, do whatever makes you feel happy from within. Okay, in short, change your energy from negative to positive. That we call it as chit prasadan. Okay, and one of the important things you can do is pranayam. Now, for most of us, like when I was introduced to yoga, it was just what I meant. Yoga is was all about asanas, was just twisting and twirling of the body, or the postures, and that's it. I knew yoga, that it means only the asanas, but it is not that. It was a myth that I had carried for several months when I joined yoga. Then when I did a course of YIC, and when I moved forward into this field, I came to know that yoga is not just about asanas. It is about controlling your mind, or being happy in and be in a state of mind where you can control your mind, control your body, and you can be still for, you know, you can know and connect with your inner self. So even pranayam is a very important part of yoga. When I ask people, what are you doing? Yoga आप करते हो? हाँ, योगा तो मैं करती हूँ, प्लस प्राणायाम भी करती हूँ, प्लस मेडिटेशन भी करती हूँ, रिलैक्सेशन भी करती हूँ. But they are just having a myth like I did when I was introduced to yoga. And they say that yoga means only the asanas, and pranayam, meditation, relaxation comes after that. No, it is not that. Yoga is the whole package of asanas, pranayam, meditation, relaxation. So all this, when you do combinedly with combined efforts, only then you are in the state of yoga, not just asanas. Okay, if you just twirl and twist your body, roll and jump and all, and you say I've done yoga, I was being, no, it is not yoga. So even pranayam is very important, because let's understand deeply what is pranayam. And it is one of the tools which I told you to calm your mind, and for chit prasadam, that is the happiness of your consciousness, the bliss that you feel. Now, if you do perfectly this pranayam, only then you'll be able to get the benefits of it. Okay, so what is the word pranayam? That means pran means life force, or the breath you take. Okay, and ayam means to control or to stop for a while. So if you combine these two terminologies, pranayam, that means to control your breathing process for a while, to have certain control, certain stopping of your breath for a while. Okay, so it is one of the tools, as I said, for chit prasadan. Now, there are various kinds of pranayam, but I'll today in the session, in the further part of the session, I'll teach you only two pranayams, which can be done through anyone. There is no age bar, there is no health bar. Anybody can do these pranayam. Okay, and it is very good for your lung capacity, to increase your lung capacity, and for your mental peace. Okay, so we'll be learning Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which is very, very basic. Okay, most of you will be knowing it. And the other is Brahmari Pranayam. We'll be both practicing simultaneously. Now, coming back to asanas, as I said, there is a myth of asanas, that people understand yoga as asanas only, but yoga and yogasanas are different things. Okay, yogasanas are the part of yoga only. So why is there any, for mental health, if we talk, for this concept, if we talk, you will say that it is only calming of mind, it is only controlling the mind, then only pranayam, meditation and relaxation are important. Why then asanas in this topic of yoga for mental health? As I said, there are two reasons. As I said, yoga is a combination of asanas, pranayam, relaxation and meditation. So without asanas, pranayam, relaxation and meditation are incomplete, and without meditation, pranayam and relaxation, asanas are incomplete. Okay, this was one of the reason. And why in this topic, asanas are very important. Let's understand that. Because if we talk about mental health, it means healthy mind. So a healthy mind only resides in a healthy body. Okay. So body and mind are very much closely connected with each other. If we say, if मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल दूंगी कि अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा खुश है, ओके, आप अपने माइंड से, अपनी एनर्जी वाइज आप बहुत ज्यादा खुश है, so how will your body posture will be? You'll be dancing, okay, you'll be jumping on the floor, and the excitement of your mind will be seen, will be reflected into your body. Or your posture, if you're not dancing, if you're not jogging, if you're not jumping, anything, if you're not active from within, even then the body posture will be such that people will tell you that how happy you are, how happy your mind is. Okay, so body will reflect what mind has. Okay, and if you're very much depressed, if you're very much sad, or god forbids, अगर आसपास आपने ऐसा कुछ देख लिया कि फैमिली में कुछ डेथ हो गई अपने क्लोज वंस की, you know, I'm just giving an example. So if you are mentally depressed and if you're mentally very much upset, okay, you don't know how to do that, how to, where to find a proper way, how will your body language will be? Will you be dancing? Will you be jumping? Or will you be in that posture where everybody else can say that no, your body says you are healthy and you are very much happy? You'll be like, the shoulders would be down, and you'll be frowning, the whole face will be crying or something like that. You know, the body will react and the body will reflect to what the mind says, and vice versa. If your body is healthy, even your mind will be freshened up, will be charged up. And if you are of like, अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा तक बीमारी हुई है और अगर आप बेड पे लेटे हो और you know, you're bedridden since many days, you're not physically healthy, then how will your state of mind be? Will it be extra charged up, extra freshened up? No. You'll be down energy wise also, mentally also, physically also. So basically what my point is, everything is connected. You know, physical health is connected to mental health is connected to emotional health in turn is connected to spiritual health. Now if you don't have control over your emotions, okay, then how will you be controlling your body and your mind? आपको बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा आ जाता है, आपको बहुत ज्यादा excitement level दिखाना है, so all these will affect mentally also and physically also. And when these three, that is the physical health, the mental health and the emotional health, are all the three, when they work properly in balance, in unison, only then you'll be able to achieve the goal of spiritual health. Okay, you'll be able to move towards spirituality more, and you'll be able to connect yourself with. Okay, so all these aspects of health are important, and for that the area for today is yoga for mental health. Okay, so how do yoga helps in mental health? Which is, um, I told you the several aspects that you have to be in connection with yourself, and you have to totally be free. Okay, and that's how your mind is healthy. And there are several aspects where the asanas help, where the pranayam helps, when where the meditation helps, and where the relaxation helps. So if you do yoga, you'll be naturally mentally very much healthy if you practice yoga daily. So coming back to the sequence how yoga is done, it is first always the kriyas. Okay, and now people all do have the several myths like kapalbhati is a pranayam, but no, again it is a myth. Kapalbhati is not a pranayam, it is a kriya is always done um, before the asanas. Why? Because in Sanskrit or in yoga, in yogic terms, we call it shuddhi kriyas. What is shuddhi? Purification, right? Now, purification of what? Of your internal organs, of your internal body, or of your internal energy system. Okay. So Kapalbhati is a Shuddhi Kriya, one of the Shuddhi Kriyas that you should do regularly on the regular basis, and then followed by asanas, then followed by pranayam, then followed by relaxation, and in the last part it is meditating. Okay, so first understand how to do Kapalbhati. So for that you can also sit in the cross-leg posture, or you can sit in Vajrasan, whichever way comfortable. Okay, we'll do it. All will be do it. I request all of you to switch on your cameras and mute yourselves so that I can connect with you. Okay. All right. Let's begin. Keep your back straight. Your eyes closed. And in Kapalbhati, first, I'll just guide you how to do it. Okay. Just inhale once. Exhale thoroughly, completely. Okay. Slowly. And then start giving strokes of exhalation through your nostrils. Short, okay, strokes. And the strokes and the movement should be felt in abdomen area. Okay. Like. This is how you do Kapalbhati. Now, in the traditional textbooks of yoga, they say that it is very good for digestion because it creates an impact in the abdomen region, the movement, like, okay, and also good for your lungs because you just breathe out first, breathe in normally, breathe out naturally, and then you start giving strokes to your nostrils. So it is very good for digestion. It purifies your inner system. This was Kapalbhati. Now coming forward to asanas. Now, many people say that Surya Namaskar do not belong to yoga, or Surya Namaskar is a kind of exercise. Basically, all are correct. It doesn't come to Hatha Yoga, where you have to hold the posture for a certain time. Okay, so many yogis believe that it is not a part of Hatha Yoga. If you want to practice Hatha Yoga, you have to stabilize yourself and you have to gain control over your body. So basically, it is not yoga. You cannot say the part of Hatha Yoga, but if you practice daily Surya Namaskar, it will create a certain amount of flexibility into the body, and because of that flexibility, you'll be able to gain control over your body. Okay, because the stiffness will go, you will create a kind of flexibility into the body, so you will gain control over the body in certain period of time. So let's practice now the Surya Namaskar. That is the 12-step posture. Okay, let's get up and be on the mat. Okay. First, this is Samasthiti, where you're standing erect with your toes together and heels apart. Your shoulders roll back behind, your back straight. Okay. I'll show you first turn by turn and then we'll practice again. Okay. 1. Exhale. Namaskar Mudra. 2. Inhale. Backward bend. 3. Exhale. Forward bend. 4. Inhale. Take your right leg behind. Palms and feet parallel to each other in one straight line. 5. Exhale. Take your left foot back and come in plank pose like this. 6, Ashtang. Your chest, shoulders, knees and toes on the ground and your buttocks lifted up. Chin on the ground. 7, Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes out and be in. Lift your upper body. This is Bhujangasana. 8, downward facing dog. Wave your body backwards. Take one step forward and be on your feet. There should be shoulder level gap between the hands and legs. 9, keep your right foot in front, parallel to your hands or your palms. 10, forward bend. Again, exhale. 11, backward bend. Inhale. And 12, Namaskar Mudra. Okay, this we did from right leg. Okay, now again from the left side. 1, 2, inhale. 3, exhale. 4, inhale. Take your left leg behind. 5, exhale. 6, hold the breath, Ashtang. 7, inhale. Bhujangasana. 8, exhale, downward facing dog. Take one foot in front. So 9, Ashwachalan, left leg in front. 10, forward bend. 11, backward bend. And 12. Okay? Okay. Now I'll guide you and you'll be doing Surya Namaskar only one round. Okay? Now I'll show you the technique, how it is done and how after Surya Namaskar, you will not get any kind of fatigue in between. If you practice Surya Namaskar through inhalation and exhalation, you will never be tired of doing Surya Namaskar. Okay? So first step, Namaskar Mudra is always exhale. Inhale, backward bend. Step 2. Exhale, forward bend. Step 3. Inhale, take your right leg behind. Ashwachalan. Exhale, plank pose, both the legs behind. 6, you have to hold your breath over here. Don't inhale, don't exhale. 7, again, inhale, Bhujangasana. 8, exhale, downward facing dog. Take one step forward and be on your feet. 9, inhale, again, right leg in forward. 10, forward bend, exhale. 11, inhale, backward bend. And 12. Another side. 1. This is the half cycle of Surya Namaskar. The other half will only be completed when you practice the 12 steps more. Okay, that is one full round of Surya Namaskar. So always practice 2 cycles. Okay, 1, exhale. 2, inhale, backward bend. 3, inhale, forward bend. 4, inhale, left leg behind. 5, plank pose, exhale. 6, hold the breath. 7, inhale, Bhujangasana. 8, exhale, downward. 9, left leg in front, inhale. 10, forward bend, exhale. 11, backward bend, inhale. And finally, exhale with Namaskar Mudra. All right, okay? So daily practice of Surya Namaskar brings flexibility to your spine area. And spine is a very important aspect, as you all know, and as you all are doctors over here, the physiotherapists, okay? So you all know the importance of spine in the body, in the particular body. So if the flexibility, if you develop a flexibility of spinal cord, you will be almost, very much flexible through in your whole body, okay? So it is very much important to practice Surya Namaskar and delete all the myths that you have about Surya Namaskar. It is one of the best exercise or workout or the yoga practice. You can do it daily. But with the correct breathing pattern, please do not forget, with the correct breathing pattern, if you do, you will not create any kind of fatigue or stress in your body, okay? Now moving forward to the next aspect after the asanas. Now, I would like to share some of the asanas which you can practice after the Surya Namaskar. Okay. Ma'am, can you please start the screen sharing? Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the first asana over here is, first they have begun with prayers. Then they are doing neck bending practices. Okay. Then the shoulder stretching, sidewards, upwards, and shoulder rotation. Then trunk twisting, okay, which we call is Kati Vakrasan. Then knee movement, like bending your knees, we say Utkat. Then Tadasan, that is stretching of your hands and your full body and coming on your toes. Then it is Vrikshasan, the tree pose, balancing on one foot and forming a Namaskar Mudra, stretching your arms up. Then it is Padhastasan, which is forward bend. This is done without bending of your knees. Initial level पर आप knees bend करके hands को नीचे रख सकते हो. But ensure that your spine is completely stretched, okay, in this particular asana. Then it is Ardha Chakrasan. So after forward bending, backward bending is a must. Counter pose of every asana is a must, okay. So then backward bend. Then it is Trikonasana, that is the side stretch. Then some sitting postures. First, you sit in Dandasana with your legs stretched out in front of you and your hands relaxed besides your hips. Then it is Bhadrasana, which we call it as butterfly pose, which is very famous, forming a Namaskar Mudra out of your feet and holding your feet, clasping your fingers and shaking your legs. Okay, then it is Vajrasan. Vajrasan is the only asana which you can practice immediately after the meal. Otherwise, you have to wait for at least 2 to 3 hours after your meal for doing yoga. Okay. It is very good for digestion for the same purpose. And then it is Ardh Ushtrasan, that is the half camel pose, standing on the knees, keeping shoulder level gap between the legs and putting your hands behind the lower back, fingers pointing downwards, and you backward bend. Then it is Purna Ushtrasan, that is full camel pose. You backward bend in such a way that your hands touch your respective heels. Okay. Then it is Shashankasan, spreading your legs wide into Vajrasan and bending forward. Then it is Mandukasan. Then it is Vakrasan, that is the spinal twisting posture in the sitting posture. Okay. Then it is Makrasan, which is also called crocodile pose. There comes the prone postures. Okay. Then it is Bhujangasana, the 7th step of Surya Namaskar, which we did. Then the counter pose of Bhujangasana is always Shalbhasana. In Bhujangasana, you lift your upper body, and in Shalbhasana, you lift your lower body. Okay. So hands straight, and you raise your both the feet, both the legs together without bending the knees, chin on the floor. Then it is Setu Bandhasan, which we call it as bridge pose. You make a bridge out of your body, lying in the supine posture. First, you have to bend your legs from your knees and hold your respective ankles from your hands. And then lift your upper body, keeping your head and the shoulders down on the ground. Then it is Uttan Padasana, lifting your legs to 30 degrees, 45 degrees, or 60 degrees. You can also practice 3 of them together, like first 30 degrees, then you raise to 45 degrees, then you raise to 60 degrees. Or you can slowly just do one practice at a time, whichever way comfortable. Then it is Ardhalasana, raising your both the legs to 90 degrees up straight in the sky without bending the knees. Then it is again very famous asana, Pavan Muktasana, sitting in the supine posture, sleeping in the supine posture, bending your legs and clasping your hands over the legs and pulling them more closer towards your chest. Then in the final posture, you lift your head up. Okay. Then Shavasana, which is the very best posture for relaxation. Even it is one of the tools of helping your mind calming down, and it is one of the tools of Chit Prasadan. You only lie in Shavasana for 15-20 minutes, and you'll see your body and your mind perfectly being charged up. Okay. Then comes Kapalbhati, which I taught you, the Kriya. Then comes Nadi Shodhan, the pranayam, which we'll be learning right now. Then it is Shitli pranayam. Again, Shitli can be done by most of the people, but you have to see, because it is like the time of pandemic is going on. So it is very much important to be cautious while doing Shitli. We'll discuss about it later. Then comes Brahmari. Again, each of you can practice. And then finally, they are talking about Dhyan, or the meditation part. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So you can take the screenshot of this posture thing, and you can daily practice these asanas after Surya Namaskar. Okay. It is very much beneficial for each and every aspect of your body. Okay. Now let us begin how to do pranayam. So pranayam, for that, I made the meaning clear in before only. Pran means life force, and ayam to control. So there are 3 aspects of pranayam, which many of us wouldn't be knowing. We are like, if हम अनुलोम विलोम करने बैठते हैं, तो it is like everybody knows that it is alternate breathing of the nostrils. Yes, it is correct, but it is partially correct. It is not just alternate nostril breathing, but in that you have to hold the breathing. Now, that aspect of holding the breath, no one knows. And if you don't hold the breath, the full meaning of pranayam is destroyed. Okay. It is just not alternate nostril breathing. It is so much more to it. Okay. If you hold the breath, if you focus on that breath, if you stop the breath for a while, if you create a tension in your body after holding the breath, that way you will come to know how important it is to holding and stopping of your breath, and again inhaling and exhaling. So let us understand that concept. So first, left hand is always into Gyan Mudra, and it is rested on the knees. Now for Anulom Vilom Pranayam, you don't have to use these two fingers. I'll explain why. Because this is the index finger. You cannot use the index finger as it has the purpose of blaming someone, or if hum bolna chahte hain ki aapne kiya, tune kiya, so we always point out with this finger, and I am something, I am this, I am that, so again you point yourself saying, or aap ego ko generate karte ho. So in yoga you have to just connect with your inner self. There is no such thing as ego. You have to just surrender yourself to the supreme divine power, and you just have to be at your own self. जब आप दुनिया में आए थे तब आप कुछ भी नहीं थे. So all the meaning of yoga is just surrender yourself and be with that pure soul of yours. So that way ego is not allowed in yoga. So we don't use this finger, okay? And this finger is used for some kriyas, which I said Kapalbhati is one of the kriyas. That way there are 6 kriyas in the yogic practices, which we call it as shat kriyas. Shat kriyas means 6 kriyas, shuddhi kriyas. So one of the kriya is basti, where you have to clean your anal, putting your finger into the anus. So that finger is used for shuddhi kriya. So we are not supposed to use these 2 fingers while doing pranayam. So you can just fold your 2 fingers and start with the thumb and the last 2 fingers. And personally speaking, I feel more comfortable using this kind. Like I don't use these 3 fingers. I just use the little finger and the thumb. So first we are supposed to inhale from left nostril, okay? So close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale deeply. Now close your left nostril and exhale through your right nostril. Now again, inhale from right nostril and close your right nostril and exhale from the left nostril. Okay, this is one round of Anulom Vilom Pranayam. That way, if you able to practice for 10 to 15 minutes and slowly shift your time up, it is very good for your lungs and for your mental health also, because it really calms your mind and brings to a natural state of happiness. Okay. So this was alternative nostril breathing process. Now, to make this as Anulom Vilom Pranayam, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to hold the breath after each inhalation, okay? So I'll first show you. First, inhalation from the left nostril. Hold the breath. Close both the nostrils and hold the breath. Once you start feeling the tension in your body, just switch to the right nostril and exhale slowly. Again, inhale from the right nostril. After thorough inhalation, just stop breathing. Hold your breath. Close both the nostrils and hold the breath. After your body feels a certain amount of pressure or tension, just switch the fingers to left. And through left nostrils, exhale very slowly. This is basically right Anulom Vilom Pranayam technique. Holding the breath after each inhalation is the correct way of doing Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Okay. Now let us understand what is the ratio of this pranayam. Like you will ask that how long we have to inhale, how long we have to hold the breath, how long we have to exhale. So I'll tell you, the ratio should be initial stage per, the ratio should be 1:1:2. That is, if you inhale in 4 seconds, you have to hold your breath till 4 seconds, and you have to exhale very slowly, and you have to finish the exhalation in 8 seconds, not before that. 8 seconds you must take for exhalation. Okay, if you inhale for 4 seconds. Then slowly and steadily, if you practice daily for 15-20 minutes, the pranayam thing, you can slowly and steadily increase the ratio of holding capacity to 1:2:2. That is, if you inhale in 4 seconds, you have to hold the breath for 8 seconds, and you have to exhale completely in 8 seconds. Okay. And the best ratio of pranayam the yogis do is 1:4:2, which is very much difficult, holding that much of breath, but it requires immense amount of practice and dedication. So for us, for common individuals, we can just follow the ratio of 1:2:2. That is also perfect for your physique and your mental health. And it has been, the scientists have said, the researchers have said that if you practice Anulom Vilom daily, it will boost your lung capacity up to 90%. Okay. So it directly is connected with the lungs. And we know how important the lungs are, where we talk about this pandemic thing. So we know the value of lungs and the respiratory system of ours. So please do not forego pranayam. You have to practice, if you want to practice the whole yoga thing, the whole concept of yoga, asanas, pranayam, meditation, and relaxation are a must. Okay. Now, after the pranayam thing, we'll be first practicing pranayam all together. Okay. 2 rounds of Anulom Vilom. And then I'll teach you how Brahmari is to be practiced. So first, it is okay if you practice only 1 round because we are running short of time. Okay. After doing any meditative practice or pranayam practice or asanas, relaxation is a must. So even after pranayam, you just stay still for a while. After completing that round of pranayam, just open your arms, open your palms, and sit still for a while. And be conscious of every single breath that you take. Now let us learn Brahmari Pranayam. So for that, there is a mudra which you can practice and which it is okay if you don't practice. It is not a compulsion. It is optional only, doing a mudra. So the mudra says, just close your eyes and your fingers should be on your eyes. And from your thumb, you close your ears. And then you do the Brahmari Pranayam. And if it is like, if you don't want to do the mudra and practice the pranayam, you can just take your hands into Gyan Mudra and set it on your knees and start doing Brahmari. What is the technique of Brahmari? Let's understand. First, you have to inhale deep. And when you exhale, you have to create a humming sound like a bee. Okay. and then you have to exhale. Okay, easy. So let's practice Brahmari for 3 times. Inhale. Stay still for a while with your eyes closed. Feel the vibrations of Brahmari into your mind. Again, rub your palms. Create a friction. Touch your face and gently open your eyes. Okay, this was Brahmari Pranayam. It has got several benefits of Brahmari Pranayam. A whole lot of workshop can be conducted on Pranayam, specifically on Brahmari. It really boosts your nerve cells, so it strengthens your nervous system. Okay, brain development. So even the children can practice pranayam, Brahmari Pranayam, for their memory power, for their intuition power, and for their calming of mind. Those who are hyperactive children, or the people also of adult age who are very super active and they cannot control their emotions, their anger, or those people like them, it really calms your mind down and bring it to a natural state of calmness. Okay, so Brahmari is very good for your mind and your body. Okay, so we are done with the pranayam thing also. Now I would like you to all rest in Shavasana. First, what is Shavasana? Please, can you share the screen, ma'am? How to perform Shavasana? I'll be guiding you on the screen. Yeah, so this is the picture of Shavasana. Okay, it is very easy posture. You just have to lay on your back and just relax every body part of yours. See the hands, they are apart from the body and very much relaxed. No stiffness is there. No contraction of the muscles is there in the hands and in the palms. Then the legs are also apart from each other and they are also very much relaxed. They are not straight, they are not stiff, and very much relaxed. You can also rest your body on one side if you wish to, and just stay comfortable in this posture. This is one of the tools for Chit Prasadan, that if you're mentally unhealthy, if you are mentally upset regarding something, you just have to lay down in Shavasana on your yoga mat, and for 10 to 15 minutes, just lay in Shavasana, relax all your body muscles, relax all your body parts, and just focus on how the way you are breathing. That's it. And within 15 to 20 minutes of Shavasana, of concentrating of your breathing process, you will be able to see a terrific change in your mental level also and your physical level also. It is very much needed. If you are super active or you are doing several activities as a female or as a person in your day-to-day activities, like you are keeping your children, or you are doing household chores or anything, or you are doing outside work, there is a kind of stress in your body as well as your mind. So to calm that stress down, or to delete the stress from the body and the mind, it is a must. It should be like a daily practice which you can conduct for 10 to 15 minutes, and you just lay in shavasana and relax yourself. And just in shavasana, when you are in shavasana, just concentrate on how you inhale and how you exhale. And slowly, after getting conscious of your breath, you slowly and slowly, um, sorry, cannot see. Okay. Okay. Slowly, after getting conscious of every single breath, you start start breathing even slower and deeper and calming your mind. Okay. So this was Shavasana. And then comes meditation. So we'll be practicing meditation right now. Again, sit in a cross-leg posture, comfortable. Keep your spine straight. Okay. Keep your hands in Gyan Mudra, or you can just, no mudra is also okay in meditation. Okay, so just relax and close your eyes. And your head should be slightly turned upwards like this. And the focus should be, the mild focus should be there between the eyebrows. Inhale deep. Exhale even deeper. Again, inhale. Exhale even deeper. Again, inhale. Exhale. Just stay still, thinking about nothing else, but only focus on your breath. Observe how you inhale. Observe how you exhale. Be conscious of every single breath that you take and feel the calmness within. Many people I have seen that they just cannot stay still and they just cannot be conscious. They just cannot close their eyes and sit for even 2 minutes. But that is very much wrong. When you cannot sit in your own company, when you cannot sit in you, getting your eyes closed for some time and relaxing your body and mind, it is really that you do not have any control over your body or your mind. It shows that. So practicing meditation and relaxation is an asset that you can give to your own self. It is a gift that you can give to your own self. So please start developing this habit of being in your company, being in your own company with your eyes closed and just relax. No thoughts, no worries, no tensions, no stress. Just concentrate on your breathing pattern. It is as simple as that. On the initial level, you'll be you might feel bored, or it is like a tedious job to stay intact with your eyes closed for a certain period of time. But as and when if you start developing this good habit, you'll see how the personality of a person can change just by doing this much. Slowly and slowly come out of this meditative process. Rub your hands, create a friction, touch your face, and gently open your eyes. Thank you so much, all. With this, I end my session, concluding that yoga is one of the best ways to improve your mental health. Over to the moderators.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Bansi ma'am. You have explained it very well. You have explained it very well and in a very easy language. So if anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat group.
Yeah. Ma'am, can you please share my contact details? So this is my contact details. I run online classes during this pandemic. I've started, and here are my details. If you want to connect me or you want to contact me for the same, you can always on this number. This is also my WhatsApp number. Thank you so much. You can take a screenshot.
I hope everyone has taken the screenshot, or you can direct message us for any further details. There is one question. If anyone is not able to do those asanas in complete range of motion, so can they do in available range of motion?
Yes,
अगर
perfectly
किसी को
fine.
yes अगर
Yes,
किसी की फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इतनी नहीं है तो वो उनके जो अवेलेबल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है उसमें वो कर सकते हैं.
Yes, definitely they can practice and they can start doing the asanas only according to their body structure and body flexibility. The main thing which I want to share over here is don't exert yourself. Like if you want to achieve certain kind of flexibility in your body posture, it is not that you practice continuously and exert your body. Yoga is not about exerting yourself. It is being calm and it is being more into relaxation mode. So even when you are doing or you're not comfortable in any posture, just remove it. Just it is not a part of you. That's why yoga differs from exercise. Okay, it is not exercise because you don't have to exert yourself in that. You just have to stay still in the posture, and whichever way comfortable you have to just do it.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. And there is a question in Hindi. Okay, many ladies has asked ये योगा weight loss के लिए useful है या नहीं?
Definitely yoga is useful in reducing your weight, your inches, everything. But there is a technique which I told in Surya Namaskar also, that if you follow a correct breathing pattern, then it surely will benefit and make you in a perfect posture.
Okay, right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So किसी को अगर कोई queries है तो पूछ सकते हैं. I think we are done with the queries. Yes. So okay. So that was a wonderful session, and but ma'am has explained it very well and in very easy language. I hope this will be helpful for everyone. So I would like to express my sincere thanks to Mrs. Bansi Bhatt ma'am for covering an excellent and very sensitive topic on women's health. I also like to express my gratitude to the whole IIP Women's Health team, our national head, Dr. Ruchi Varshney ma'am, our zonal head, Dr. Pooja Kamble ma'am, and the Maharashtra team, Dr. Suvarna Ganvir ma'am, she is the state coordinator, Dr. Snehal Patel ma'am, she is state joint coordinator, and our sub-coordinators, Dr. Uttara Mohan, Dr. Priya Karande, and Dr. Nirali Sangvi ma'am. So special thanks to Satara district team, Dr. Trupti Yadav ma'am, she is a coordinator, and sub-coordinators, Dr. Khushbu Chotai and Dr. Pallavi Kulkarni. And last but not the least, thanks to all the participants who has attended and has given their valuable time. So thank you so much, everyone. And here we end up with the session.